Hey Simmers, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Paige, aka the other Simmer, and in today's video we're going to be looking at 10 mods that add a little bit of realism to your gameplay. So let's get started. So the first set of mods we're going to be looking at are more on the cosmetic side of your gameplay. So this first one that we have here is the Auto Shorter Teens by 𝘚𝘀𝘭𝘂, and what this mod does is it automatically sets the height for all teenage Sims in your game to be shorter than the young adult or adult Sims in your game. So this adds a better dynamic for your Sim families if you have some teenagers in your family versus young adults. So you'll be able to tell throughout your whole game which Sims are actual teens and which ones are young adults or adults. I am currently using the shortest setting for this mod. So there is a short basic setting when you go to the download page, and then above that you'll see the shortest version as well. So that's the one I'm using. So as you can see here, I have my Sim self on the left, and then I have this teenage Sim on the right, and you can see the difference between their height. I do know that if you tend to use the preteen mod in your game as well, that has its own height setting. So I did have that in my game for a little bit. So I think the preteen setting, if you have that mod, their height will be about shoulder length of this particular teen here when you use the Auto Shorter Teens mod as well. So that will add a larger dynamic for your Sims families if you have some preteens, if you have some teens, and obviously the child Sims will be quite shorter than both teens and preteens. But I've had this mod in my game for a while and I absolutely love it. So again, that is the Auto Shorter Teens by 𝘚𝘀𝘭𝘂. The next mod that we have on this list is the No Z's for Sims 4 by 𝘚𝘀𝘻𝘻, and this is a pretty simple mod. So if you've noticed, when your Sims are sleeping or napping anywhere in the world, they're going to have these Z's come from out around their head area to indicate that your Sim is sleeping. So what this does is it just gets rid of those Z's. It's simple and easy, that's all it does. So this is more of that cosmetic mod for gameplay like I was talking about. So if you don't want a bunch of Z's covering your Sim's face while they're sleeping, this mod's definitely for you. And it can allow you to just have better screenshots for your games if your Sims are napping or sleeping anywhere in the world. So again, that is the No Z's for Sims 4 by 𝘚𝘀𝘻𝘻. The next mod on the list is the Self Manicure mod by Mercury Foam, and when you're in build by menu, you can just type in the word nail, or you can type in the always polished nail polish. And there's two versions of this mod. You can have one that overrides the regular decor item for the nail polish set, or you can have one that separates it. So I do have one that overrides the set here, and this will still give you those same color swatches as the regular decor item. So we would go ahead and take a look at the functionality of this, because it is actually a really cool item that allows your Sims to give themselves their own manicures. So once you are in live mode, I am going to be testing this out. So I am going to be testing this out with my Sim self and the teenage Sim that we have here, because what the mod allows you to do is once you click on it, you can do home manicure, and you can either do the manicure on the floor or seated in the chair. So we'll go ahead and have her do a manicure on the floor, and we'll be able to have the same options you would if you took your Sim out to get their own manicure. So yes, as a side note, you do need to own Spa Day in order for this to work, but you still get those same awesome options. So we're going to have her do some yellow nails here, and she will go ahead and do her little manicure on the floor. So this does have its own cute little animation, and as you can see, it does allow your Sim to pop those nails right on. And then you should be able to allow 2 Sims or more to use this as long as you have the space. Now we have both of our Sims sitting here giving themselves manicures. And then she'll just check out her nails when they're done. You do have the ability to also place this in your Sims inventory. And by doing that, you'll be able to click on your sim to do home manicure, and this time we'll have her do one seated in the chair, and we'll give her a cool patterned one. So she'll sit in the chair and give herself a manicure instead. So you don't have to have this sitting on any certain tables or floor. You can take this with you. So again, you do need spa day in order for this item to work. So it is going to cost your sim 35 simoleons per application, but it does allow your sim to work on their wellness skill as well. And when you are downloading this, you will need to choose one of the packages. So again, you do have one that overrides the decor item in build by mode, or you have one that separates the two. So just pick one of them. So again, that is the Self Manicure mod by Mercury Foam. So the next set of mods that we have here will cater more towards the eating and dining aspect of your gameplay, and the first one on the list is Salt and Pepper mod by 𝘠𝘪𝘭𝘬𝘭𝘪. So when you're in build by mode, you can either type in salt, or you can type in pepper, or you can type in 𝘠𝘠𝘭𝘭𝘬𝘭𝘪, and you'll see an item here called salt and pepper. And what this does is you'll be able to add salt or pepper to your Sims dishes, and they do have their own animations and little buff mootlets depending on what you add. So you will get mootlets that will be either peppery or salty dishes, or you'll get one that says tasty dish depending on how much salt or pepper you added to your Sims plates. So you'll just click on the item here. And just as a little side note here, there are two different downloads for this. So one is a Cool Kitchen version if you have the Cool Kitchen pack, or there is a base game version if you don't have the Cool Kitchen pack. So we'll go ahead and add some salt to her meal here. And you saw she did a little sneeze there, so that means she has a salty dish from using salt. It says the sim put too much salt on their food. Kids cannot utilize this. I just wanted to show you guys that. And then if we add some pepper to our dish here, it looks like she's a little too far from this, so you want to have it at least close enough. So she sneezed and she got the moodlet for peppery dish from using pepper. The sim put too much pepper on their food. So you'll get those cute little moodlets, and of course you will get a tasty dish if you put the right amount of salt or the right amount of pepper on your dish. So I want to see if we'll be able to get that one. Okay, so she did a really cute little sniffing animation, and she has tasty dish from using pepper. So this sim spiced up their food with pepper. So that's pretty much what that mod does. So it just adds really cute little buffs to your Sims depending on what you use, whether it's salt or pepper. So that is the Salt and Pepper mod by 𝘠𝘠𝘭𝘬𝘭𝘪. The next mod on our list is the Dirty Plate Override by 𝘠𝘭𝘭𝘬𝘭𝘪, and I've had this mod in my game for quite some time. So what this does is, as your Sims are eating their dishes, once they are done eating their dishes, your Sim's plate will actually leave behind crumbs. And it doesn't have it so the plate is squeaky clean or anything like that. So you can see our teen sim over there is done with her food, so it added some like little stains and crumbs on her plate, so it adds more of a little bit of realism to your Sim's dishes. So that's what this mod does. I absolutely do love this because it just adds that touch of realism, so you won't be sitting there with, you know, super clean plates, super squeaky clean plates after your sim eats something that just, it's supposed to be messy, right? So as far as I know, this only works for plates. It doesn't work for bowls or cups or anything like that. So it just overrides your Sim's plates. So that is the Dirty Plate Override by 𝘠𝘭𝘭𝘬𝘭𝘪. The next mod we're going to be looking at is Serve Drinks on Tables by 𝘠𝘀. And what this does is it allows you to click on dining tables and you'll have an option to serve drinks. And depending on the packs that you have, you will actually see more or less of those options. Like if you click on special, since I do have the Star Wars pack for Sims, I have the option to serve blue milk or carbon freeze or green milk, anything that came with that pack. But you'll be able to serve a variety of drinks throughout all of the packs that you have. So I think we're gonna go ahead and serve some soft drinks, and we're going to put down some citrus swigs, and you will see the price of those drinks depending on what you choose. So like these specialty drinks will cost you way more simoleons than, you know, other drinks. Beer will cost you a good amount of simoleons as well. Cocktails will as well. So we'll go ahead and place down some soft drinks. We'll do some citrus swigs. And depending on the dining room table that you're utilizing, your sim will go ahead and place the drinks at every seat. So we'll go ahead and give her a moment to place all of those. So it uses the same kind of animation or interaction as if you're setting the table with those placemats, but instead it'll be your drinks. There are some limitations for this mod, so you can only serve one kind of drink for all of the sitting spots at one time. If you want to serve a different drink, you will have to delete that drink or drink that drink or clean up that drink, whatever you have to do to free up that space. And the sim will always fill all the spots that have a chair. So if there's no chair right here, then this mod will not, you know, kind of label this as a spot that your sims can drink the drink from. So if there's no chair here, you won't have a drink there. But this mod is very, very handy if your sim is about to throw any kind of party, dinner party, or anything of the sort, and you want to kind of put out some drinks for those sims. So you see we no longer get the option to serve drinks because all of the spots are filled. But I absolutely love this mod, and this is another mod that I've had in my game for a while. I don't necessarily use it as much as I feel like I should, but I also don't tend to have large families or throw a lot of parties. But if that is the type of gameplay that you tend to do, then this mod is definitely for you. So again, that is the Serve Drinks on Tables by Zero. And the next set of mods on this list cater more towards the living aspect of your gameplay. So the first mod that we're going to be looking at is the Functional Broom by Ms. Yoruyuki. And what this does is it allows you 3 different types of brooms that you're able to use in order to sweep. So we have a classic wood broom here, modern wooden broom, and medieval broom. So when you're in build buy mode, all you have to do is type in broom for these options to pop up, and they each do have their own color swatches as well. So we'll go ahead and cycle through those. And there are 2 versions of this mod. There's one in particular if you actually have the Bust the Dust pack. And if you don't have the Bust the Dust pack, there is a version here for base game owners as well. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the functionality of these items. You are able to drag these brooms into your Sim's inventory. You can also just click on them to sweep around. So we'll go ahead and do that. And they'll have their own cute little animation of your Sim sweeping on the floor, which I absolutely love this. And I will go ahead and force a little puddle here. Okay, it's a huge puddle, but you should be able to either mop this up or sweep to perfection. And I do have Bust the Dust pack installed. But this floor is not dusty as of yet, but we will go ahead and sweep to perfection this puddle here. So you will be able to also do this with the standard trash puddle or dust puddle like you can do with the vacuum if you have Bust the Dust. But you do see that our Sim gets this cute little moodlet here, so no dust left behind from sweeping thoroughly. So Paige is going on a sweeping kick and has no plans of ceasing her relentless assault on the dust occupying her home. Spurred on by a fresh burst of energy and focus, Paige could do this all day. The floors will rue the day they tested Paige's resolve. So I do think this is the same text that is used if you do utilize the vacuum, but it does have some changes in it to cater more to that sweeping type of style here, to indicate that we did actually use a broom and not a vacuum. So you see she did go ahead and finish cleaning up that puddle. So this is a really awesome mod if you don't want to just have vacuums all around your house. You can actually make it a little bit more realistic and have a broom laying around in your house or in your Sims inventory. So again, that is the Functional Broom by 𝘠𝑦𝑢𝑘𝑖. The next mod that we're going to be looking at is The Sims Daily by 𝘊𝑉𝑖𝑠ℎ𝑖𝑛, and when you're in build by mode, you can type in Sims Daily and you'll see this cute little newspaper here, Sims Daily Breaking News. Another addition to this mod is the new newsstand, so you should be able to buy a newspaper from this item as well, and this does come with its own color swatches, which change kind of like that little advertisement at the bottom, as well as the entire color of the newsstand box. So this is the newspaper here that we're going to be looking at. So this newspaper gives you a surplus of options. So when we do click on this, you can read about festivals, check for discounts, look at your neighborhood stories this way, as well as your action plans. You can read the newspaper, daily affirmations, daily jokes, news briefing. You can also find odd jobs this way as well, but I mean, it is 8 a.m. so now we can find odd jobs this way. So if we go ahead and check for discounts, so our sim will go ahead and get up, pick up the newspaper, and what it does is it does seem like it has the same animation as your sim using the tablet, and she just went ahead and popped it into her inventory here. So we did go ahead and check for discounts, and then we'll go ahead and check for odd jobs this way as well, so you guys can see that pop up. So you'll see the odd jobs interface does pop up through the Sims Daily newspaper as well, so you can definitely pick up some odd jobs here. This item does work off grid, so if your sim tends to live on an island somewhere, you can definitely check for odd jobs this way instead of using your phone. And when it comes to this item here, the newsstand, if you click on this, you can purchase a Sims Daily Breaking News newspaper for 2 simoleons, but you can also subscribe to Sims Daily for $1 a day. So you'll get your Sims Daily subscription. You have subscribed to the Sims Daily for a discounted rate of 1 simoleon a day. Every day you will get the latest news delivered near your mailbox. Unsubscribe anytime through a mailbox, newspaper, or newsstand. So based off that little pop-up there, it says we'll get the latest news issue delivered to our mailbox on a daily basis, but on the download page it says you'll get a new issue, I believe every Monday around 9 a.m. near your mailbox. And the cool thing about this is that when you do get a newer issue, if you have this other issue laying in your house somewhere or near your mailbox, the older issue will actually get that really like dingy brownish look to it to indicate that it is an older issue. So you should be using and reading the newest issue. You can also unsubscribe at any time through the mailbox or the newspaper stand, so you have that option to unsubscribe here. I am going to go ahead and click on this to purchase a Sims Daily Breaking News newspaper from this newsstand here. So you get a cute little animation, she pops it right out. It costs us 2 simoleons, and you get a pop-up that says thank you for purchasing Sims Daily Breaking News, and you'll get that option in and you'll get the item in your inventory. You can also see that there is some time left when you hover over the newspaper. So for this one, if we pop that in there, we have one that says it has 4 hours left, and we have our newest one that says it has 23 hours left. So this is also a nice indicator to tell you like, hey, this newspaper is going to be pretty old in 4 hours. So check this newest one, because this will give you the newest updates throughout your sim world. If you do have your sim subscribed to Sims Daily, it says here on the download page that if there are 5 or more old issues on your lot, then you will no longer get new issues until you clean them up. So try to keep up with the old newspapers on your lot if you want to continue getting all of the new ones through your subscription. So make sure you clean up your old newspaper. Don't just have it sitting around the house. So I am going to go ahead and let this time go down so you guys can see that different coloration between the two issues. So I'm going to set them out here. And then we will go ahead and be right back when the 4 hours are gone. Alright, and the 4 hours have passed. So as you can see here, we have our newer issue that we got from the newsstand versus the older issue on the right side. So taking a look at that, at this coloration, so you'll be able to easily tell what is an older newspaper issue that's just laying around your house, so you can just throw it right away, versus the newer issues that your Sims bring into the home. I do also want to show you guys that when your Sim does subscribe to Sims Daily, you will get a trait here that says Sims Daily subscription. You have subscribed to the Sims Daily for a discounted rate of 1 simoleon a day. So this will just pretty much put up the same pop-up that you got when you first subscribed. So once you do unsubscribe from Sims Daily, that trait will go away. So this is a good indication for you to tell, like, I'm actually subscribed to the newspaper. So you won't easily forget. And when we go to our mailbox over here, you can click on the mailbox and you can unsubscribe from Sims Daily this way as well. And then you get a pop-up that says you have unsubscribed to the Sims Daily and will no longer get the latest news delivered near your mailbox. Resubscribe anytime through a newsstand. So again, that is The Sims Daily by Ravishing. The next mod on the list are the functional radiators by 𝘡𝘻𝘻. So when you're in build by mode, you can type in radiator and you'll be met with some functional radiators here. They do have their own cute little icon, the CS icon, which stands for 𝘡𝘻𝘻. So you'll be able to easily differentiate them from any other radiators you might have in your game. These are base game compatible, and they did add an antique variation that requires the vampires pack. I believe it might be this one here, modern iron radiator without cooling. So these radiators will be able to warm up your Sims, and you'll get some cute little moodlets with them as well. Each of these radiators do come in their sets of color swatches here, so I'll go ahead and cycle through those. They do come in some really nice colors to kind of match with whatever room you put these in. But let's go ahead and pop into live mode so we can check out the functionality. So I do have our radiator here, so when I click on this, you can turn it on, or you can turn on auto thermostat. So by toggling the thermostat to automatically turn the radiator on or off based on the temperature. So we'll go ahead and turn this on. Ooh, now we're rocking through walls. Alright, so we do have it on. So you have this cute little moodlet here that says heated space from radiator. The area around the radiator shore is nice and toasty. And you do have the option to warm yourself by it as well if your Sim is feeling extra cold. So you'll get that same type of animation you would get with a fireplace, or I believe a bonfire of sorts. And if your Sim is feeling extra toasty from the radiator or just the heated space in general, the moodlet will change to like an uncomfortable moodlet, and it'll say heated space, can someone please turn off the radiator? And there it is right there. So that is the moodlet that you'll be able to see if your Sim is feeling way too warm or hot from the heated space. So we'll go ahead and stop her from doing that. So again, this is a base game compatible mod, and it has those 5 simple interactions: turn on, turn off, turn on, turn off auto thermostat, and then you have the option to warm yourself. So again, that is the functional radiators by 𝘡𝘻𝘻. And the last mod for this video is Kids Sims Can Clean Bathroom by Subsid's Creation. So this is a newer mod that I recently placed in my game, and let me tell you, like, this is definitely a game changer, and it definitely adds a little bit more realism to your Sims families, because as we know, child Sims can't really clean much of anything. Like, they can clean trash piles, water puddles off the floor, whatever have you, and throw away trash or anything like that. But they can't really clean any objects as far as I'm concerned. So this allows your child Sims to clean sinks, toilets, tubs, and showers, so only bathroom items. So we'll go ahead and have our child Sim here clean the toilet. So he'll take out a cute little sponge and just go ahead and clean the toilet here. So if you have a large family and you just want some help around the house, you can definitely designate certain chores for your child Sims. In this particular case, you can have them clean the bathrooms in the house while your adult Sims do everything else. So this is definitely a game changer for me personally, because it does allow my child Sims to do a lot more in the house. So we'll go ahead and have him clean the rest of this bathroom here. So he's almost done with the toilet, so you have the option to clean the sink as well. So he'll go ahead and take out his little sponge here too. Well, the same thing with the tub. It might look a little weird depending on what kind of tub you have in your bathroom, but again, the child Sim will go ahead and take out a cute little sponge to go ahead and get this tub nice and squeaky clean. And the same thing with the shower here, but instead they will take out a spray bottle and still use their sponge as well to clean a tall standing shower. So that's going to be it for this mod review video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. You can find all of the links for each of these mods listed in this video down below in the description. Don't forget to give the video a like, leave a comment, or subscribe if you're new, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.